My name is Pratik Dholakia. As Manish introduced, I am the founder of a company called The 20 Media, which is an SEO and content marketing agency. We basically help clients to improve their online presence when it comes to getting ranked in Google or creating high quality content for their website. As we go on, I would like all of you to be familiar with the topic of today's session, which is SEO and content marketing for printing industry and how to make best use of both in 2019. As you might be aware, no matter which industry a business is operating in, it's very important that the promotion of business should be given equal importance as much as you give to create a service-focused website or a product-focused business. Talking about the printing industry, it's very unlikely that you will start to see traffic, leads, conversion from your website if the importance has not been given to any kind of online marketing activities. In today's session, we are going to focus on SEO and content marketing. However, when you think or learn more about digital marketing or online marketing, there are several things included, such as, of course, starting with SEO, which is search engine optimization, content marketing, pay-per-click, online PR, email marketing, and so on and so forth. This would give you a broad idea on what all things are included when it comes to digital marketing. Of course, not to forget, social media is also an integral part of digital marketing campaigns. As per the agenda of this session, I would walk you through of how SEO and content marketing can be beneficial to your business, what each of these things are, and how you can make best use of each service areas. Give you a little bit more information about myself, just so you know who you are listening to and the background that I'm having. I have been mentioned by Search Engine Watch and Search Engine Journal as a must-follow SEO expert. So both these publications are the leading online marketing platforms which most of the digital marketers, online marketers would prefer to read when it comes to getting new insights about what's working in the industry. Apart from this, I have been contributing to Search Engine Land, Search Engine Journal, Search Engine Watch, Entrepreneur, The Next Web, Fast Company, etc. These are all publications which are, along with the search industry, they are also popular in the entrepreneurship industry, where business leaders, business owners would prefer to read on Search Engine Land, Search Engine Journal type of platforms to get understanding of how search engine works, how search works, and how they can make best use of SEO and content marketing. To start with, I want to give a short and easy to understand description about what is SEO. So SEO, as it stands, search engine optimization, is all about making search engines' job easier to find a business website. What this means is, if your business website is not visible in search engine, when I say search engines, the search engines can be Google, Yahoo, Bing. If you are around China or around some of the countries where Google is not available, in that case DuckDuckGo Yandex, and many more. So if your website is not optimized from SEO point of view, it will not be visible in search engines. So your target audience and the users will not be able to find it very easily. This is why SEO comes in practice, where either you can learn yourself of how to do SEO for your business and optimize your website and make your business website visible in search engines, or you can look out for an expert opinion on how you can make best use of SEO. Now, how it helps. So when your website is very well optimized, when your website has done decent level of SEO, you can expect your organic traffic. When it's organic traffic, that means all the traffic which is coming from google.com minus paid advertisement traffic. So it helps increasing organic traffic. It builds trust and credibility. When I say trust and credibility, this means that your website will be trustable and creditable as soon as it starts ranking higher in Google, because Google will only rank a website if it is well optimized, if it produces good amount of content, or if it is trustworthy when it comes to showing your website in front of all the users that Google is having. It also improves user experience. So when I say user experience, you can consider that any user that lands on your website, they should have good experience browsing through your website. It means that your website should load faster. It should have greater visibility. It should have relevant content. It should have appropriate call to actions within the website. And there are quite a few other areas that we can look on. The next thing is it also helps generate qualified leads for your business. This is the most important factor which all the business owners usually consider when it comes to promoting or marketing your website through different channels. And at the end, this is the fifth point is very important, because if your website is not optimized for desktop, laptop, or mobile devices, you can assume that you might lose a lot of qualified traffic, leads, maybe in the longer run conversions, because according to Google, by 2023, over 70 to 80% visits will be from mobile devices, but still 20 to 30% or maybe 40% visits will still be from desktop and laptop. So if you're optimizing only for mobile, that's not a good idea. If you're optimizing only for desktop or laptop, that's not a good idea either. So you have to keep both the devices in mind. So technically this is called responsiveness, which we'll touch upon later on. But these are the few things that you should be aware of when it comes to how SEO would help your business. Next up is content marketing. So content marketing is the use of quality content that can help achieve a marketing goal for your business. So this content, or I should say quality content, can be in any form, maybe a blog post on your website, a webinar like the one we are doing right now, which will be published on designandbuy.com, a white paper which your target audience or readers can download and learn a few things from there, maybe an infographic which can present quality content in a very decent and nice visual way. And there are many other forms for which I'll be sharing a screenshot during this session where you can see what are the different types of content formats that you can make use of. So to repeat, content marketing is the use of quality content that can help achieve a marketing goal for your business. How content marketing can help your business? First and foremost, this is the lucrative thing that you can consider, direct or indirect customer acquisition. For example, if you create a blog post on your website and if you provide relevant information that your target audience might be looking for in Google, if they come across your blog post and if they see that you are sharing valuable information and you are sharing something that they are looking for, they'll directly reach out to you and ask about how you can help them or what are the ways you guys can work together. So that's a soft lead. Still, that's a lead. Or in the longer run, it can be converted into a customer acquisition. Second point is it helps improving traffic from qualified sources. When it says qualified sources, that means first and foremost, it can be Google, from where the traffic can come to your website. Second can be if a reader shares your content on social media, and if someone else finds it informative, valuable, they will come to your website. Another user shares it further on another social media platform. Let's say first user would share it on Facebook, second would share it on Twitter, and so on and so forth. That is how the traffic will keep coming back to your website. It helps strengthening branding visibility. So if you produce a high quality content and if you submit it to a very industry leading website in your niche, you might find that by contributing high quality content on external publications, the people will read it through, and if they find it informative, they will pass it on, maybe through social channels, maybe to their friends, or maybe to their clients if that applies. And this is how the branding visibility increases and gets strengthened. We'll touch upon this point a bit later, but when it comes to creating high quality content, you can consider that it directly relates to your brand. If a content is low quality, it still relates to your brand because the reader will consider that this website does not produce good quality content. And if you are producing good quality content, that will strengthen and improve your branding visibility. Your conversion rate will get better because you produce informative, valuable, and high quality content for your users. If they find it helpful, the conversion of any soft lead to a closed lead would be much, much faster and better than not doing it. And eventually it improves SEO. So content marketing and SEO both goes hand in hand. If your SEO is better, it helps in your content marketing. If your content marketing is better, it helps in your SEO as well. Now, this is the most common question I have been asked whenever I've gone out to speak at any conference or any events, or even in general during a conversation among my friends. They would always say, why should I invest in SEO and content marketing, and why should I not invest in some other channels? Of course, if you have higher budget, if you are ready to spend thousands of dollars, you can go towards search marketing, which is pay-per-click, PPC, where you pay to Google for every single click that comes on your website. On the other side, if again you have enough time and budget, you could invest towards email marketing or PR or social media. But SEO and content marketing, both are such channels that generates traffic for long time, not for any shorter period of time. If you invest now, you can assume and consider that it will start showing results after 6 to 8 months, but then the traffic will be consistent on your website as long as you keep investing towards SEO and content marketing. So why you should invest? Because your potential clients are searching for you just the way you are searching for them. If you're visible on Google, if you're visible on the industry-leading media publications, you will start to experience that your clients will find you directly just the way you are searching them. You should always think about any form of online marketing as an investment and not an expense. Because if you invest, you will start to generate something in return, maybe leads, traffic, backlinks, visibility, etc. But it's always an investment, never an expense. As I mentioned a while ago, you need to think very, very long term when it comes to organic channels of traffic generation. So SEO and content marketing are organic channels. You don't have to pay to any search engine or any publication in order to generate traffic. You need to keep producing high quality content, and in return you will see considerable benefits from traffic, visibility, links, leads, conversion point of view. So think long term and never short term, because short term will lead you to short term gains. Long term thinking will lead you towards long term gains. And you need to think and consider and adapt that it's always worth the time, not a waste of your time. And not your money as well, because SEO and content marketing are such forms that generates decent amount of traffic for long time, as I mentioned a while ago. Now, before you invest in SEO and content marketing, you must have a modern and user-friendly website. Now, why this is important? I'll give you a small example. For example, if you hire an SEO agency or a content marketing agency, or maybe an in-house SEO or content marketing expert who takes care of bringing traffic to your website. But if your website is not good enough, no matter whether that SEO or SEO agency brings 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000 visits on your website, but you will see that the conversion, the bounce rate of your website, the acceptance of what you are willing to sell or present will not be as high as you expect, because everyone likes, or every user likes to see the information presented in a nice way, and it should be very clear that what they're looking for, they should be able to find it on your website very easily, not with a lot of effort or with a lot of clicks across your website. So these are a few basic things that your website should have. If you think beyond this, that's a plus, but on a positive side. Modern design, entire website should have modern design. Modern design meaning your website should not look like the websites that used to look in 2008, 2010. We are in 2019 and we need to think future, not the past. Clear messaging, meaning you have to make sure that any content or any lines that you write on your website should have extremely clear message of what you're doing, how you can help your users, where they can find relevant information further if they're looking for, and how they can contact you. This is most important. If you make it hard for your users to contact you, again, it's going to take a lot of efforts and a lot of wasted visits of your website before you start to see results. Relevant and service focused content. I don't need to talk much about this because you know what relevant and service focused content means. Better loading time. This is most important. Again, from SEO point of view, if your website is loading faster, the users will not bounce from your website. If it is taking a lot of time to load, you can expect the bounce rate to increase drastically. Better crawlability and indexability. These are a little technical terms, but your website should be easy to crawl and index by Google. Your website should be optimized for mobile friendliness. If you remember the point that I was making about having a desktop and mobile optimized website. This is called responsiveness. In technical terms, it's called responsiveness, which means your website should be accessible through laptop, even 13 inches screen, 15 inches screen, desktop, up to let's say 14 inches screen, a mobile or an iPad. iPad and mobiles come in different variations. So it should be optimized for all the devices. That's where the responsiveness comes. You should have Google Analytics and Search Console in place. These are the technical sides. If you want to read more about this, after the webinar is over, we will be sharing a few reading material links over email. So you can go through them and learn more about what is Google Analytics, what is Search Console, what is SEO, what is content marketing, and make yourself familiar with each of these things on your own if you would like. Then it comes to website security. So since almost 2 years, Google has been promoting and informing the website and business owners to convert their website from HTTP to HTTPS. This means your website has secured browsing panel. This comes with a little investment when it comes to having HTTPS on your website, but that's worth it. And at the end, SEO friendly URL structure. So SEO friendly URL structure, you might have to read a little online, but one thing I can tell you is whenever you're having a URL structure for any landing page, you need to make sure that you use hyphen instead of underscores. So if you see in the screen, I have written SEO hyphen friendly. I would not write SEO underscore friendly, right? So this means hyphen is more recommended and underscores are not. Now talking about a few things on the SEO and local SEO side. When you think about SEO or local SEO, these are a few basic things which will be very important for your business to have in place. At the same time, it will be very, very impactful and helpful when it comes to getting your website ranked or visible in any search engine. Number one, optimize title and meta description. You need to make sure that your title and meta description of any of the landing page of your website should be very well optimized. Second is, this point is getting repeated, as I mentioned in one of the previous slides. You should have user-focused content in service pages. User-focused content means you are not supposed to include a lot of keywords within the content that you create, but it should be readable enough that your users understand what you're trying to sell through the service page, but optimized in a better way, not through keyword stuffing. Third point is make sure not to spam the users. Now, spamming is repeating the content on multiple pages of your website, not optimizing the website from title meta description point of view. If the users does not get the information they're looking for, that means it is indirect spam. And there are so many other things that falls under spamming, but if you keep one thing in mind, which is providing the exact information that your users are looking for through your website, no matter what landing page or any blog post or white paper or ebook kind of content, you are not going to get covered under spam because you will start to focus and think about users first and not the search engines. Fourth point is get your technical SEO right. This is something you might have to spend a lot of time to learn. If you don't have time, you might have someone to take care of this for you. Do not over-optimize any URL page or content. This is another technical point, but this is something you should be aware of. Again, this point is getting repeated because it is very important. Focus on users, not search engines. If you're creating content, it should be for your users. If you are building links, it should be for your users. If you are publishing content on any external publication, it should be only for your users, not for the search engines. Register your website in niche directories or get some citations placed for your business. This is for the businesses which have location-specific local SEO pages. Create location-specific pages if you are serving multiple cities. For example, if you are serving 10 cities of the US, you will have to create location-specific pages and then do the optimization from local SEO point of view. And ask your clients to leave reviews on Google My Business page. So for example, if you search, number one thing that you need to consider this point for is your business should be local if you want this reviews section to be important for your business. If your business is not local, then it's all right if you don't think much about Google My Business because it is more and very important for the local businesses. So, and if you search your business name in Google and if you see that some people have left the review for your business or for your brand or your services, you will see that that is where you need to ask more of your clients to go and place reviews about your business or services or product if there is anything. And we are getting into the content marketing part now. So content marketing is basically all about content, different forms, formats, designs, only content, and you name it. So I'll walk you through these points, but these might be a little too detailed for you to grasp if you have not read much about content marketing. But still, if there are any questions, as mentioned before starting the webinar, you can always ask and I will be happy to answer at the end. So first point is create and publish relevant user-focused content on your website blog. Maybe you might want to start with 1 or 2 blog posts per month and then increase from there on if you see positive impact in the traffic. Publish 1 detailed, informative, and educative post every 3 months. This content can be long, informative, and well optimized. Maybe you might want to get help from a designer to design this content nicely before it goes live. Contribute on industry leading sites 2 to 3 times a month maybe. When I say industry leading sites, for SEO and content marketing industry, as I mentioned before, search engine link, search engine journal, entrepreneur, etc. are industry leading websites where I can go and share my experience, my knowledge, and my target audience would look through it, and if they find the information that I have shared helpful, they will get in touch with me to inquire more about what I do, or if they have any specific ask, they would reach out as well. So this is something you need to do as well. You need to find out the best publications or blogs of your industry. Go and find out if they would be open to let you write a content on their blog and get it published if they're open to. Fourth point is conduct webinars and invite customers to attend once a month. You can experience yourself. Design and Buy has conducted this webinar and they have invited their customers or prospects in to learn more about something that can help their business. Maybe their business or their current campaigns. If they already have an SEO team, they might learn something and then get it implemented. Or they might learn this themselves and then implement whenever the time permits. Create case studies and share with existing and prospective customers. If you have got a new client on board this week, and after a couple of months, if you're able to create a good case study out of how you have helped them, you should create a case study and share it further with your existing and prospective customers just to know that how you can help them further as well. Curate content, design an infographic, publish it, and distribute it. The amount that I have written in each point, like 3 to 5 times a month, once a month, twice a month, this is just for your reference. You can do this as per your convenience. You don't have to follow the exact amount that I mentioned. Like for infographic, I have mentioned once every 2 months. If you are able to do it once a month, it's more than good. If you're able to do it once every 3 months, it's not bad at all. You just have to figure out how you can handle it. But the key is consistency. You need to be consistent in whatever you do. What you should focus on, the part 2. So the previous 6 points, and here are 4 more points. Create cornerstone assets and provide for free, like guides, calculators, videos, etc. Build email list through the content you create and publish it. Run email campaigns and keep your subscribers updated. So these are the pointers where if being yourself a business owner, you are not having enough time on hand, you might have someone to do this for you. But these are the pointers that you should be aware of. And at the last, analyze, measure, and repeat. So be it SEO, be it content marketing, be it creating content, be it promoting content, building links, or creating tools, etc. You need to always practice analysis, measuring how the activities or the campaigns have helped, and then repeat based on what has worked very well. And you can eliminate the areas which did not work for your business. As I mentioned earlier, here are different types of content formats that you can create. This video will be shared after the webinar is over, so you don't have to take the screenshots. But if you want, feel free to do that. Here are a few bonus things that will be helpful when it comes to promoting your business. So apart from SEO and content marketing, you can also look at speaking at industry events or offer free consultations for your upcoming prospective clients. Be a guest on podcasts or webinars, the way I am on this webinar. Be a guest on YouTube videos. Maybe you can find someone who records useful videos for your target audience and try to be there as a guest and provide insightful information. Or maybe sponsor an industry leading event or conference. All of these might not result in increasing the traffic from Google or any other search engines, but these are the pointers which will help you establish yourself and your company as an industry thought leader, and offering something for free is always good. It's not going to cost you a lot of time, but it's going to generate a lot of interest in return for you. This is a section which is very near to me because a lot of clients that I meet, a lot of prospects that I meet, they would have misconceptions or excuses about why they don't want to invest in the marketing area. So the client would say most of our business comes through referrals, so we don't need any additional marketing support. You need to stay away from this. It's like if you have 50 leads a month and if the referrals keep coming, you don't know when the referrals will stop. When will you generate the future business? So you need to always keep your lead sources open. Our clients are not on social media, so are we? Like we are not on social media because our clients are not on social media. That's not a good area or a point to think upon, because you need to find your clients from any possible channel that can help you generate further leads and interest about your business. We prefer to go the traditional way to generate leads. This means like email marketing, cold calling, or asking a friend to refer a business. But these traditional ways are not sustainable. If you want your business to scale, you need to find ways which are sustainable and which can help generate traffic and leads consistently. Our sales is not that great, so we'll invest in marketing when we have enough funds. Maybe you can start small if you don't have enough funds, but something that you should start as soon as you can. Our business development guy takes care of generating leads, so we are not investing in digital marketing. Another area which I hear a lot from the clients. Marketing is a waste of money. No, as I mentioned earlier, it's not a waste of money or waste of time. It's always good use of money and investment of your time. It takes a lot of time to generate ROI. Yes, it takes a lot of time, but this is very consistent and long term. A couple of success stories that you might want to see. But remember, success stories are created through a lot of hard work and consistent efforts from different forms of promoting a business through online marketing, through offline events, word of mouth, branding, PR, etc. So these are just for the reference, but always consider that your business can be a success story next time. So first is Vistaprint, which is a very popular online business. I'm sure you must be aware of this name. So what contributed to their success? They expanded into the core of print market, which became their specialization, and that is how they came out as market leader. They invested in user experience. As you might have observed in one of the previous slides, this is a very core segment of SEO. Users are first, everything else is next. And they enabled self-service online purchasing for the largest segment of print industry. Again, another area of specialization and offering good return to the users. Moo.com, which is a business card specialty printing business. So these are the 4 points that contributed to their business, brought offline industry online. They produced short runs of high quality cards for specific audience. They targeted small, medium businesses within creative community, and they spent a lot of money towards branding and promotions. One of the areas was social media, but they also had invested towards SEO and content marketing, which you do not see visible, but social media is something which is very much visible because all of the social media channels would be active and they would be producing a lot of content out there. That's all about how you can make best use of SEO and content marketing. But before we conclude and open for the questions and answers, we have a freebie alert. If you want your business to be assessed from SEO and content point of view and in general marketing point of view, you can email us on marketing@designandbuy.com and we would be happy to do it for free. No charge for this one for all the attendees. And that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prateek, for such an informative session. I hope everyone enjoyed. Now, as already planned, let's take some question and answers from all the attendees. So maybe if you have any question and answers, if you have any questions, you can just put it in the chat box and one after the other.
Yeah, the first question is from Matthias. He is asking how much would it cost around about to get an HTTPS URL. So if you can share your website URL, we can recommend you which SSL certificate you should be buying, and then someone from the server setup team or IT team might help you to implement it on your website. But it's a good question. There is no clear answer to how much it would cost, but SSL certificate would depend on what kind of website you have bought. You can assume it will be in the range of $15 a year to $50 or $100 a year, but This is the ballpark. Once your website is there, we can recommend you the exact cost.
Yes, we got some questions now. So I'll read out for you, Pratik.
Yep.
One of the question is there any special extension necessary to the standard website?
Robbie is asking, can you do custom design templates for me? That's doable. If you need help, you can email on the email ID that was mentioned during the webinar, which is marketing@designandbuy.com. And someone from the team will get in touch with you.
Yep. So we have further explanation on the question that is there any special extension necessary to the standard website? SEO extension to the Magento-based website. So that is what Lothar is asking.
Yeah, there are a lot of SEO extensions for Magento-based websites. Do you want me to email you? I think that would be best. Manish, we might have their email ID, right? We can.
Yes, we do have the email ID. So yep. So maybe we can just make a note. Yes, he's fine emailing that. So we'll be emailing this in piece of information. Yep, perfect. I believe there would be a lot more questions which you can anytime mail us and we'll be happy to answer. Pratik, any further piece of information you would like to share at this stage? It would be appreciated.
I think most of the things have been covered. Just one thing that I would recommend for all the business owners or the marketing team members in the attendees, before you hire any team or the marketing person in your in-house team, make sure that you go through what they've done in the past, understand how they can add value to your business, and then only make the best decision, because hiring a wrong SEO or content marketing team member or an agency can cost you equally or even more than hiring it would cost you the right team or right team member for your company or the business. So make sure to understand what they are doing, what they've done, how they can help you. If you are convinced from that point of view, then only you need to think about going further about optimizing your website for SEO and creating content for the content marketing campaign. Always keep in mind that, as mentioned during the presentation, it should be always users first, search engines not even second, because Google treats their algorithm in a way that if they are able to produce or if they are able to deliver the exact content or exact information Google's users are looking for in Google, that's a win-win for them. That's something you should also think about. If your website or if your content delivers exactly what your users are looking for, you don't need to keep thinking a lot on whether you are on the right track or not. You are always going to be on the right track when you put users first. This is the thing that you need to keep in mind. Thank you.
Okay. Just before leaving, there's one more question, that what would be the newsletters from Magento website, or are there any special newsletter softwares?
For newsletters, Magento would have their own extension and plugins, but external softwares can be MailChimp. I'll just type in here, then constant contact, get response. I've just answered it.